Alright, we're back for round 4 of the Clown Town Showdown. This is Tim on Reanimator versus Michael on Cephalid Breakfast. So, two classic strategies. And it looks like Michael is in the tank about this Entomb in response to his own Flooded Strand. So Michael going to Force of Will, pitching Teferi Time Raveler. Very important to stop Reanimator's enablers, so that's Entomb, Faithless Looting, anything that really gets the creatures into the graveyard. They have less access to those than they do reanimation spells. Typically, it's like an 8 to 12 split. So usually you would have 4 Entombs, 4 Faithless Lootings as your enablers, and then your reanimation spells are 4 Exhumes, 4 Animate Dead, and then 4 Reanimate. Michael ponders and then passes back to Tim here. Oh no, he is passing back. Okay, so turn 2, Michael is casting a Stoneforge Mystic. So interesting thing about the Cephalid Breakfast deck is it can play kind of the mid-range game where it can search for Cauldron Complete and kind of beat down with the Stoneforge Mystic plan. But Michael opting to go for the combo here with a Shuko. So for those of you who don't know, the combo is it's a Thassa's Oracle deck. It uses Cephalid Illusionist, where it has the triggered ability of whenever it's targeted, you get to mill 3 cards. So what you do is you just mill your entire library, have Narcomoebas in your deck to dread return your Thassa's Oracle back. Alternatively, you can have Thassa's Oracle in your hand and just cast it. Michael ponders, puts a Cephalid Illusionist into his hand, so he does have both cards for the combo in his hand, which is Shuko and Cephalid Illusionist, and he also has a backup Daze, just in case. But Reanimator is a very non-interactive deck, so even if Michael has the pieces on the board, there's not much Reanimator can do. There's a Bloodstained Mire for Tim. Doesn't seem like he has much going on. I think he was heavily relying on that Entomb, so that just goes to show you the strategy of stopping the enabler as fast as possible against Reanimator. So down comes Shuko, down comes Cephalid Illusionist. Shuko's ability to equip for 0 lets him target the Cephalid Illusionist over and over again, so he gets to mill his entire library. So that'll be game 1 for Michael here. Okay, so here we are in game 2. Tim on the play, Michael is on a mulligan to 6, and Tim was keeping his hand. So here is a Bloodstained Mire, cracking presumably for a Badlands. So let's see if Tim can get an enabler resolved here. Tim's strength is being able to either Gristlebrand or even like an Archon of Cruelty would be pretty significant here. So there's a turn 1 Faithless Looting. It's a Mystical Archive Japanese version. Looking good, looking good. Better than the English version. So he does discard Gristlebrand. I'm not sure what the card underneath it is. There's an Unmask. We're gonna check to see if the coast is clear. There's 0 interaction other than the Daze. So the card that Tim is looking at here is, I'm not exactly sure what the name is called. I'll throw it up on the screen, but it is wizard cycling. So it searches for Cephalid illusionist, or searches for Thassa's Oracle. So Tim unmasks, and he takes the Cephalid Illusionist out of Michael's hand. Michael plays a land and passes the turn. Tim following up with a Guru Swamp. There's a Reanimate for Tim. Is the card that Michael drew a counter spell? It is an island. So here is Gristlebrand on turn 2. Tim falling down to 5. So he loses 8 from the Reanimate. And then he loses 7 from drawing 7 cards. Here's another unmask for Tim. Now we're just going to strip away the cards out of Michael's hand and ensure that we can just get this victory. There's a Grief, presumably taking the Wizard Cycling card. Yep. So the most dangerous card, I think, right now would just be like a Swords to Plowshares. There's Shuko. So Michael's still able to win here. If he can top deck a Cephalid Illusionist, I think he'll still be able to win. I'm not sure if... I think most Cephalid Breakfast decks play at least 2 Thassa's Oracle, just in case you draw one of them. In this case... Wow, okay, so never mind what I said before. There's a Bayou from Tim. Is this for Abrupt Decay? There is a retro green card in his hand that he's considering playing. Not sure what it is. I'll need to get a deck list from him. There's another Faithless Looting. He does have another Reanimate in hand. It's the Judge promo one. There's an Archon of Cruelty. Oh, that's not an Reanimate. It's an Animated, sorry. The Judge promo Animated. So enters the battlefield. Tim gets to gain 3 life, draw a card. Michael has to discard and loses 3 life. So Tim activating Gristlebrand again here. I don't think it was necessary, but it seems like he's pretty much got this in the bag. Michael only has 1 island left. So Michael down to 3. No, the Gristlebrand has only attacked once, so he shouldn't be there. He should be at 10. Yep, so Tim takes game 2. Okay, so here we are in game 3. Michael on the play. He is on a mull to 6. He plays a Scalding Tarn, passes to Tim. Tim now cracking his Bloodstained Mire. Most likely for another Badlands. Usually the go-to land for Reanimator lists that are Faithless Looting based. Especially when you're playing against a deck like Cephalid Breakfast that really needs all of its colors. You don't need to be afraid of the Wasteland. So do we have a turn 1 play? We do not. So Michael draws a Memory's Journey, I believe that card is. Down comes Urza Saga. So this is like plan C here. There's an Entomb. Entomb resolves. So Michael has Memory's Journey, Brainstorm, Cephalid Illusionist, and I believe another land. And I think he also has a Thassa's Oracle. So Tim entombing a Gristlebrand into his graveyard. Down comes a second Badlands. And there's Exhume. So Michael cracking Scalding Tarn. Memory's Journey returns 3 cards. Or 1 card. He returns 1 card into the deck of Tim, which is the Gristlebrand. That is some spicy technology there. Usually it is to save his own Thassa's Oracle for graveyard hate, but I guess here you can stop the Reanimator combo. So, great play from Michael there. Urza Saga is now up to 2 counters, unfortunately top decking a Narcomoeba. Passing the turn, looks like we might be employing the Urza Saga plan here. Tim goes to 18, searches a Bayou. Again, not worried about any land disruption here. Is this a Faithless Looting? It is a Faithless Looting. So 2 Brainstorms, now 1. Draws 2 lands and a Cephalid Illusionist, putting on top Tundra and Narcomoeba. This Faithless Looting now getting to resolve. Tim draws 2 cards. One is Dark Ritual. Discarding Archon of Cruelty and Dark Ritual. Not the one that he drew. So it looks like he has an Animate Dead in the hand. Is he going to try and cast it? I think he might be worried about a Daze here, but I think you just need to try and jam it and force Michael to have it. There's the Animate Dead. So Michael already knows 2 cards off the top. He gets to shuffle it, so now he gets a fresh 3 for this Brainstorm. I think he's going to try and go for any sort of disruption here to stop the Animate Dead. Nice patient plays from Michael. Draws land. Looks like a sword. Nope. So he drew. I think he kept a Ponder and a Reconnaissance. I don't remember what the creature is to enable the Cephalid Breakfast combo. So this Archon gets to come into play. Michael discards Ponder to the Archon. So Tim passing back. And it looks like Michael is conceding. So he has nothing but combo pieces.